welcome to another episode of Otter Creek Outdoors. Today's episode features spring turkey hunting. It's Youth Week. Lots of action. Stay tuned. Well, the first Saturday of Youth Week, we started out with our good friend Andrew, and unfortunately, my setup proved to be a failure. And after a few hours of no luck, Andrew had to go to a lacrosse game, so me and Anthony went to our favorite property. Lots of action.
He's strutting.
We had Jakes come in within 10 feet of Anthony. He showed great restraint. Anthony wanted to take a tom.
If you want to take one, that's your choice. And we're on a property that we can only hunt it until Wednesday. After that, we got to get out. So, haven't hunted this property in probably 10 or 12 years. And trying to find a spot to set up and call, see what happens.
Anthony called in 4 toms. We're on this logging road, and they came in. The shot was questionable, and Anthony passed, and I got to give him credit for having that kind of restraint.
You do?
Yeah, I see the other one. There's 2 of them. There's 3 birds.
Yeah, but this guy's leaving, Anthony.
Oh, there's 4. There's 4 birds.
Oh, yeah, I see
The other
him.
ones are coming. The other ones are coming.
Oh, yeah, maybe they're going to come down the road. Oh, my goodness, Anthony. I hope they come down the road.
He's dropping.
Big birds.
We kept hunting hard, and but no birds taken on the first Saturday of Youth Day.
Right here we got a turkey dusting area. Looks like there's 3 spots that they've used to hollow out and dust themselves with. Good morning, folks. It's Monday of the first day of Youth Week. We had Saturday, and a little recap. Anthony passed on 3 jakes, and then we had those 3 or 4 toms come in later in the morning, and it was a questionable shot, and Anthony chose not to take a chance on a bad shot.
Monday brought us yet another opportunity for Anthony to harvest jakes. We had 5 jakes come in, but Anthony chose to wait for a tom. I got to give him credit. It's not an easy thing to do.
Folks, right now, on the other side of these Christmas trees, we got a tom in that field. We're going to try the scoop and shoot. Anthony's going to try and make a move on him. Right now, he's going for a real hen that we spotted when we drove into the property. Well, apparently it didn't work. The tom is gone. He must have went into the woods, and I don't see the hen out there anymore either. So we tried. Well, folks, it's Tuesday of Youth Week, and we're set up on that property. We've only got till tomorrow to hunt it, and just started raining. We're in a little different of a setup, about 100 yards where we've been normally setting up. The birds started gobbling at 5:25, and they haven't stopped since. There's a hen yelping so loud, he sounds like a trumpet.
someone behind us. What a beautiful scene, huh? At least they're not running like those other birds. Now's where you need coming out of the woods. Here's where you needed to shoot the mojo man. Let him hang around it. That's a good sign, Anthony. Almost looks like they're hurting him, doesn't it? Yeah. That's all right. They're not running yet. They look pretty committed to going into those woods, though. Maybe that's where we set up tomorrow. Up to your left, to your left. Two birds. It's that. We just had two hens pass from our left. I see another bird there, Anthony. Yeah, I think so. Another hen. More in the woods. They might be. I don't see any beards. I'm thinking jakes. Anthony, those other birds to our left, they were but 50, 70 miles away. I wonder what happened to them. Walking away.
Well, folks, we worked our tails off. We had a lot of action. We just chased a tom into this field, but he got across with a bunch of other birds, so head to another property. Folks, we were driving into this other section of woods, the field abutting us, the neighbor's field. There was a tom and a hen. As soon as they saw my car, they took off into these woods. We hear some gobble and the wind is whipping like crazy, so not sure how far away he is. We're going to try and get going on him. Well, Tom answered the calls and stuff, but he kept moving further away. He had a hen with him, so we spooked him into the woods. He was in the field, so we're going to head home and then come back here in about a half an hour. Stay tuned for more turkey hunting action on Otter Creek Outdoors. We're back to this property. We drive in the field right over here where that field is, on the other side of that tree line. There's a couple of toms and some hens. The hens are yelping and the toms are gobbling. So this woods here is dissected into, has three different trails running through it, a lower, a middle, and an upper. So we're going to go through the middle trail, work it, and then come back on the upper trail. Well, folks, we just came to this other property. We came to the edge of it, and we got some gobbling right off the bat. The birds were kind of going back and forth. They came into the tree line at one point, but not into the actual woods. They hang right at the edge of the field. Anthony came to check them out. We see him down in the field, but there was a jake over here at the stone wall, so just another day it didn't quite work out. Even though it's only noontime, day 2, Tuesday, we're going to call it a day. I got to go to work. Folks, it's Wednesday morning of Youth Week. We're back at that place. It's our last day that we can hunt this farm. And the birds started gobbling at 5:20. And there's birds to our left and to our right. There they go. And there's also a group of birds across the street where we parked right at the entrance of the property. So there's birds all over the place. We've been pretty aggressive the last couple of days. We're going to be low-key and do a minimal amount of calling. I'm not going to challenge any hens today. Hopefully we'll see what happens.
It's right there. He's just gotta come to that opening. And, yeah, hopefully she'll bring him in here. I'm afraid to call. He's kind of hung up though. Come on, whatever. He won't come in. I think he's just blow that opening. I see him. Big long beard. Big long beard. He's 20 yards. He is close. He's walking. Oh yeah, I see him now. I see him. He's coming in. Hey. We gotta stay calm. I can't stop shivering. There he is. I can feel him. Come on, you gotta come in here, buddy. Oh, there he goes. He's coming. Anytime. He's gonna come to the left of that tree. Just so simple. That's right. He's down, baby. He's down. The birds on the left might come in. Yeah, that's a big bird. Yeah, and he dropped him. He's not even flopping. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. You better thank the Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Way to go, baby. It's a beautiful bird. Oh my God. Birds on the sky. Oh yeah. That's gotta be a 3 or 4-year-old bird. Yep. My God. What a beautiful bird.
What a hunt. This morning we came in as usual, probably 30 birds on each side of us. We had some nice birds out in the field, a couple of hens and a nice tom, but they didn't want to come into the woods. So we decided to sit here as long as it had to take us to get a bird, and we got him. But it was definitely a challenge to get him. We had birds all over. They got silent, really silent around 6:30, and then this guy was on the right of us, just gobbling like crazy, and just a blessing that my grandpa could be here to help me with this, and that God was there to help us. He's the one who helped me harvest this beautiful 3-year-old tom, and I thank my grandpa for this, and the Lord. They all helped me the most. Praying with him every morning. Just a beautiful day. Hopefully, maybe we'll go back out, maybe we can get another one. stay tuned for more turkey hunting action on Otter Creek Outdoors.
Folks, it's Friday of Youth Week. We took yesterday off after Brian and Anthony scored down that nice time Wednesday morning. We're setting up in a new spot. We've never really hunted it yet, and but we came here a few weeks ago, and the birds were down along this creek, and we're up on the ridge top, and we got birds gobbling already. It's 5:20. We got here a little bit later because we wanted to try and pinpoint the birds. So right now, it's good where they're gobbling, so we're confident. We got birds running all along just below this ridge. At least 4 or 5 birds gobbling. Haven't heard any mention. They're spread out a good 100 or 200 yards. I hear that. Yeah, they're on the ground. They went down around 5:43, 5:44. A lot of birds down there gobbling. We can't see them, but they're down there. We could hear. Just heard a bird gobbling down below us, but we got a beautiful sunrise coming up here. We got a tom that shocked us. He's probably maybe 50, 75 yards to my right. There's no shot in that direction. It's all heavy brush and briars. Somehow he's got to come around. Right now it sounds like we picked up 2 birds. The one that was behind us moved down, circled around in front of us. Now it sounds like there's 2 birds. I guess we got a bunch of birds. There's probably 3 birds there. I'd say we're kind of pinned down. I don't know if we can move on them or not. So, it's about 7:30. We had 3 toms. They had to be within 25, 35 yards behind us, but there's really thick briars back there. There was birds all below us, on and off, quiet, gobbling. So now, what we're going to try and do, we crow called, and the birds are gobbling back away from us. So we're going to see if we can't move on them. But they had no interest in us for whatever reason, but they were close. Stay tuned for more turkey hunting action on Otter Creek Outdoors. We're sitting here goofing around. I got no mask, no gloves. Anthony wants to try his diaphragm. We get a couple gobbles. Oh, he's walking. He's not sure. If you want, yeah. Oh, no, he's coming. It's probably a Jake, Anthony. He runs, and then he stops. He must see the decoy. Yeah, there's more than 1 bird. I'm suspecting it's a Jake. Oh, yeah, I can see his head now. That's exactly what happened. He's closer, he's coming closer. You see him? He's got to see the decoy, but he's looking that way. Right now, 60, 70 yards. He's going to run right by us.
he's standing on. He's looking that way. He's strutting. No, I can't tell. He's started to strut. They're just being cautious. Make sure you don't shoot two, because if they're jakes, you just take one, right? Yeah, they're jakes. They're gonna come in. Oh, there's three. There's the third one. Here they come. Are you gonna let them go past us? Or are you gonna take them when they come, when you're in front, Anthony? What do you want to do? You want to have some fun, let them go by us. Or not. Whatever you want to do. If you're gonna take one, take the first one.
Hello. So today we started at a new property that we haven't had for a long time. We came here a couple weeks ago and we tried roosting the birds. We saw them out in a field, so there's a creek down there and there's a big cliff/hill. We sat up on top of the hill and we must have heard at least 7 different gobblers up there. So we did our normal routine. We called, got responses. Birds, they flew down into the field across us, and we waited on them for about an hour. So after that hour, it got really silent, and all out of nowhere, a tom or two started gobbling 20 yards behind us, but we couldn't see him because it's so thick in here. So we worked him for a good half an hour, 45 minutes, I think, and after that, he gave up on us, so they walked away. We tried chasing the birds, and we went up to the top end of the property, and I did a nice diaphragm call. I haven't used my diaphragm in a long time, so it was a fun experience for me. I got 3 jakes to gobble on the first call, and apparently my grandpa, he says he sees 3 jakes in the road coming down, sprinting towards us, and I was debating on shooting a jake or a tom, but he made a very good point to me, saying that it's hard to tag out in this season, so if you want to take him, you can. And it was just such an exciting hunt that it was a good opportunity, and I think we were very successful today.
Well, folks, Youth Week is drawing to a close. Anthony got himself a tom on Wednesday, a jake yesterday. He passed on a jake today. And of course, he passed on numerous jakes throughout the week, and also passed on a tom. He thought the shot was cautionable. But I'd say overall, we had a great week. Thank you, Jesus. And we hope you enjoyed this episode of Otter Creek Outdoors. And remember,
When you have the opportunity, bring it to the next generation.
God bless.